assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're all surrounded by assholes every now and again. Anyway, guys, happy May the 4th. Today, we're not talking about Star Wars, or maybe we will, because it's cartoon related. But yes, hello, we're talking about cartoons today. We're going to be doing we're just going to be talking about some stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoy our cartoon discussion. First, let me introduce to you, of course, my panelists. What's up, Kavari, Dylan? First, we got Angry Care Bears. What's up, Angry Care Bears?
What's good? It's kind of weird that we didn't talk about Star Wars today.
That's all right. No one wants to talk Star Wars anyway.
Okay.
What's up, Jaxlaw? Good to see you. Next up, we have Jerry for the win.
Oh, what the fuck?
Jerry? Oh, God.
Nice.
Sorry.
Why'd you kick me out?
Sorry, I tell you.
Oh!
I misclicked.
Oh, misclicked.
Yeah, I clicked twice.
I would just like to comment on how cringy the intro is, okay? I don't even know. I don't even get what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
Your mom doesn't know what's going on.
So we're all on the same page and not know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Oh, well, okay. Bring the other asshole in here then.
All right, and then lastly, we have Jonathan Talks, or just Jonathan. With just the purple
J.
circle.
The J.
Look, I don't know why it's like that, all right?
He's a bot.
It's not my fault.
Oh, really?
I
Blame
blame
Ryan-
you anyway.
Blame Ryan Johnson for it.
Ryan Johnson. Okay.
Ryan Johnson, where the fuck did he come from?
Well, it's Star Wars Day, and we have to commemorate the day that Star Wars was ruined by Ryan Johnson.
May the 4th be with us.
You mean
I guess it's making a comeback with The Mandalorian and all those shows, though.
this Ryan Johnson?
Oh, no. Why is that saved? Why do you have that ready to go?
That's weird.
I don't know. I always have certain things ready to
He
go.
looks like a side character from Ratatouille in that.
What?
They're all French.
What? Okay.
Jacksaw's like, oh my god, it's Jerry.
Hell yeah.
Kavar's like,
Yeah.
Ninjoid would disagree.
Every time I see Jerry, I go, oh my gosh, it's Jerry.
And then Dylan says, I second that. Basically, seconding the fact that Ryan Johnson did ruin Star Wars.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well,
first,
it's cartoons, bro.
all right. But first, let's go around the panel, tell everybody where they can find themselves at. We'll start with Angry Care Bears.
You can find me at Angry Care Bears on YouTube. I post like music edits and game clips if you're into that kind of stuff.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff.
What was with
All
the
right.
awkward silence, Austin? You got something to say?
Oh yeah, I do got something to say.
Then say it.
All right, porcupines.
Okay.
What the fuck?
There, you want me to say something, so you know what? I just said it. Fucking porcupines.
Okay.
All right, next, Jerry. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Find me on Twitch. Yeah.
Just Twitch.
Yeah, I'll be on there chilling, you know. I'm not gonna tell you my name though, because fucking figure it out.
Well, Jerry, I already know what your Twitch is. I fucking follow you.
Fucking figure it out. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, guess what? I already know.
Oh, okay. Well, I know where you live, asshole.
Oh yeah?
I know
Yeah.
where you Jerry.
I'm coming for you. Coming for all of you.
God. Oh God, no.
No, God, please, no. No, God. Please get him out of here. Shit. But then last but not least, or depending on who you are, he could be the least, or he might not be the least.
He's fucking least, all right.
Jonathan, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Where people can find me.
Yeah.
You can find me on the street somewhere, probably.
Oh, okay. On street corners.
Oh,
That's nice.
fine.
Good to know.
You can find me at purplej.com. No, I'm kidding. You can see me at Jonathan Talks YouTube channel. I talk about philosophy and religion and all that.
Maybe you'll find him at your doorstep.
Yeah,
Is he? He's a Jehovah's Witness now.
no,
He'll DoorDash your food. You know,
I'm definitely not a Jehovah's false witness. I'm definitely not that.
false witness.
False witness.
Well, they're liars, and the truth is not in them. But anyway, let's continue.
Oh shit! All right, hang on a minute. Just gotta make
Did I
sure.
offend you, Austin? Are you a Jehovah's false witness?
Nah.
Nah.
Alright,
All right, so let's talk about cartoons. So I like the ones with all the tentacles. No, I'm kidding.
No, oh boy.
Because I was about
To be honest, though,
Okay, Jerry.
I mean, hey, hentai is pretty good, you know.
Oh my
I
god!
mean,
or do you guys watch Strokemon?
All right, shut up. Let's talk cartoons. So
what the hell is that?
So pick a
Strokemon,
cartoon.
gotta catch 'em all.
I don't know, Austin. Can you like put 2 and 2 together?
Yes, I can. I'm
gonna have to go in like 20 minutes. So
Oh no!
Oh,
Wow, look at this dude. He really just showed up to say hi. I'm going fishing.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
bro.
This is
like
why
every
we're not your
time-
friend.
I try hard to remember it. And
Where are you fishing at?
I'm up in Schuylerville area.
Skylar.
Oh, okay.
I probably shouldn't say where I'm living.
Yeah, you fucking
Yeah,
moron.
they're gonna come to your fishing hole and fucking pick all your fish.
I've never been here before. So anyway, Austin, let's direct this. Where are we going?
All right, so today we're just talking cartoons, maybe a little Star Wars because it is May the 4th.
I'll never
But-
fucking talk about Star Wars.
So basically, we're going to talk about nice things, and then we're going to talk
Fuck
about
Star
stuff that you
Wars.
want to commit suicide over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
There ain't nothing like committing suicide.
I don't think you're kidding.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Tree is crooked. It's almost as crooked as Disney when it handles Star Wars. Oh my god.
True. All right,
Good.
we got Commodore Ty in the house. What's up, Commodore?
So how about we
Hey,
just
listen,
pick a cartoon?
Hey, Commodore, do you want a link, bruh? Because
Because we got
Alright.
some idiot who joined, and now he's leaving in 20 minutes, so he's not going to be here. We need his replacement.
It's probably not going to be 20 minutes, but it's,
Right, it's going to be 10 minutes. We're going to kick
yeah,
you.
Commodore. Can you you have to follow me on Twitter so I can send you a DM on Twitter.
Is this Sean?
He's like, no, he just wants to follow on Twitter.
This isn't
For
Sean.
real,
right?
though.
No, it's Commodore
No,
Ty. He's a cool,
not
cool
Sean.
guy.
I don't
I
know
should-
him, so it's going to be interesting.
I've streamed. I think I've streamed with them a little bit on LDG's channel for Nerdgasm.
Man, I don't know who that is. I don't
Okay,
watch
you're talking about
YouTube.
these randos, dude. Fuck.
Yeah,
You're
seriously,
fucking rando.
Does he have an X
What?
in his name too?
That's why. That's it.
Like, get the X's out of your name, rando. No, I'm kidding.
That's it, Austin. You wanna say something? Cause I got something to say.
Oh boy.
Well, we know you got a lot to say, Jerry.
I do got a lot to say.
I mean, I've heard it for about 20 years.
20 years. You ain't even 20 years old.
That's the point.
That is
So anyway, are we gonna talk cartoons, or are we gonna sit here with our thumbs in our mouths here?
Oh, I'm preferring my thumb right about now.
Well, we know you prefer anything in your mouth.
Oh, okay. All right, asshole.
Yeah, no, let's talk cartoons, man. So let's start off with this. Like, what are some cartoons that you grew up with?
I mean, I don't know who wants to go first, but I grew up with a lot.
I think we all did. The 2000s were like the golden age of cartoons, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much.
Teen Titans.
Kids Next Door.
Yep.
I Love Lucy. You know, it was a banger.
Okay.
Hey, it's a banger, but it's not a cartoon.
Nor is it from our, you know.
That's true. You definitely didn't grow up with that.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
did.
could
What
have.
cartoons are you
Could've.
talking about?
Oh, what's up, Commodore?
What up?
Yeah.
I love Lucy. Great. Yeah, it's a great cartoon.
It is.
Young Justice was pretty good.
Those are the newer ones. Yeah, yeah.
You got Courage the Cowardly Dog, Invader Zim, Ben 10.
Bro, Ben 10 is my jam. It
Ben
still
10
is.
was great. I had the Omnitrix, the watch as a kid, and I thought I was the coolest. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I'm upset because I don't know whatever happened to it.
Oh, it's you talking about the Omnitrix or the show?
The Omnitrix. I had the actual watch in real life, and I
Oh.
wore it. I wore it like every day, and I don't know what happened to it.
Which one, the OG watch or the Alien Force
Man,
watch?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was before Alien Force.
Ben 10.
All right, so
Ben 10 was amazing. I think I remember watching like the first episode of Ben 10.
Oh,
Wow.
you do.
See, like, Gravity Falls, Billy and Mandy, Animaniacs, Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Oh, Animaniacs was.
You know, I didn't really
I
watch
love
Animaniacs
Animaniacs.
much.
I preferred the spin-off of Pinky and the Brain.
Aw, man.
I
I
didn't watch the
watched,
Animaniacs much.
I watched, them on DVD, so it, like, came with, like, everything. So, like, I watched, like, whatever they had on there.
The real question is, though, do
shoot.
you remember the country song from the Animaniacs? The whole country song?
Oh
'Cause I
boy,
do.
no, we're not doing
yes.
this.
We are
no.
not singing that.
My friend could sing it from every lyric. Pretty sure Jonathan was also someone who could.
Yeah, I
Nope,
still can.
unfucking fortunately.
I was able to sing. I was able to sing the States and Capitals song too, but I don't remember the full States and Capitals song. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. No.
All right. Has anyone else seen Invader Zim?
I've seen a little bit of Invader Zim. I don't think
Everybody-
I've seen all of it.
But everybody knows SpongeBob and Pokemon.
True.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
SpongeBob is gay.
Okay. I mean, they did. Well, he's asexual. First off.
Well, whatever. It was a good show growing up. It was a good show.
It was okay, but I think it just got overblown.
Yeah, it did.
It was
Courage the Cowardly
supposed to. It was supposed to end at the movie. That was where it was supposed to end because SpongeBob's the manager, and then Nickelodeon said, "Nah, we like money."
Courage the
Yeah.
Cowardly Dog was great. I always like cartoons.
Dude, that was one of my favorites. I love horror cartoons.
Booga booga booga.
Yeah.
That's what I do to Austin.
Return the slab.
How about some of older ones like the original Transformers G1 Transformers?
Oh man, I've seen
Regular
like
show?
maybe I've seen a little bit of Transformers, but I'm not. I mean, I never really got into it though until much later.
I never
Well,
liked Transformers, and I still don't. I just can't.
Oh.
I never did either.
When I see a Transformer, it's on site.
I mean,
Well,
I guess-
Man.
it's a very good show.
I watched
Because
the
on another YouTube channel, Resolute Germ, on Saturdays, he shows some great classic cartoons like there's Transformers, Conan, Darkwing Duck, and Clone Wars.
well,
Nice.
I can almost guarantee the show Transformers, like the cartoon, is way better than the Michael Bay movies.
Oh yeah, for sure they are.
Probably.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
We don't want to talk about the movies here. They're bad.
What about do you guys remember Bakugan?
And talking about LDG,
Fuck.
guess who's in the chat?
Oh shit! It's LDG. What's up,
Yo,
LDG?
it's good.
Bakugan was amazing. It was like my favorite. I bought I had my parent, like when I was little, my parents bought like all the real life Bakugan things and the cards and the arena, and I think I sold them all eventually, but they are awesome. I love Bakugan.
Didn't the Beyblades have its own show?
I think so.
It's awesome too.
Then you had Digimon.
Although
Man, I heard about it, but I've never really watched Digimon.
although with Beyblades, it's like
It was good for the first little bit, then it just got weird.
it was better to play Beyblade than it was to watch the show, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few of the Beyblades, and they were really fun. I'm pretty
I
sure.
like-
Didn't you bring them to school when they were popular?
I used to play them all the time. I don't know if I
Yeah, you brought them into school. I remember that.
Gosh, I did.
I think I did too. I don't know.
I would play with people all the time. I'd like try to spray paint the Beyblades to make them look cooler and stuff. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Flintstones, good one. Dylan's.
it was
Flintstones.
definitely fun.
Yo,
Avatar: The
I
Last-
remember Avatar. I used to watch that too. I forget
Oh,
that I
yeah,
used to
that's
watch
awesome.
that.
I mean, that's like saying Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that's just obvious.
I used to love Flintstones. Good stuff.
Flintstones are
Fairly,
so classic. Flintstones are classic.
they
Yeah.
are. They're
Shoot,
really
there
good,
was like
too.
a lot of '60s cartoons that I watch on
Yeah,
the Boomerang
Hanna-Barbera.
channel. I don't remember, like, shoot, dude. Like, I'm
Yogi
trying
Bear.
to unlock memories I don't even know.
Wait, is it Yogi Bear? Is that
Yogi Bear. There's Huckleberry Hound. The Jetsons.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I used to watch some of those. For some reason, the one thing I remember from Boomerang is a song about a purple gorilla.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't even know what that was about.
I didn't watch much Boomerang. I watched I was basically a cartoon.
My
Network.
father would put it on, so that's how I watched a lot of it.
I was a huge fan. Like when I went over to a friend's house, we would watch some Boomerang, and
Mm-hmm.
like Scooby Doo was on. Like
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
it was like the OG Scooby Doo. Was like
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
The Scooby Doo movies in the early 2000s, the animated ones, even the live action ones, those were all like really good. Like I remember, I remember the one Scooby Doo animated movie where they were like in this facility and it turned like the AI turned evil and it drowned a chick. Like I
Hold
think
up.
they actually killed the character off.
That's the only animated Scooby Doo movie you remember.
Well, I remember the one with the hex chicks, and I remember the one where John Cena showed up.
Do you remember the one? Wait, with the hex?
Oh, the
one, are you
WWE mixture.
the one where they go to the island and it's like zombies all over the plantation.
Yeah, I remember that. I
oh,
also
that movie
remember
was so good.
That's amazing.
The one they had like a giant worm. I remember that one. I forgot what that one
was amazing.
Yeah, they had so many of them.
Did you guys know that they actually made a sequel to Zombie Island?
What, with Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
Animated? It's animated?
Yeah.
When did they come out with that?
I have no idea, but I went to Walmart and I saw Scooby Doo Return to Zombie Island. I was like, holy shit!
Huh? I'll have to look that up. I did not know that. It might
There's
not
a
be
lo-
as good as the first one. That might be not.
Oh.
That might be why we don't know about it.
Probably.
Yeah,
But
Scooby-Doo's amazing.
and then I also saw like the Scooby Doo cartoon on Cartoon Network, Mystery Incorporated.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that one.
I was so pissed it only had 2 seasons. I was like, wow, fuck you.
You know what's interesting is there's some cartoons that because recently Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon all they've become very babyfied, like only like little kids can watch them and enjoy them really. But back a couple years ago, like when we were still growing up, it was like well, I guess we're still growing up, but like when we were 11, 12, 13, you could enjoy a lot of the shows on Cartoon Network as a young adult and an adult. You know,
That's
like
what
Teen
I
Titans.
loved about the older cartoons from the 2000s. Like, I'm 18 and I still watch Invader Zim and Courage, and I enjoy them very well. You know,
about Batman
you
Beyond?
can't do that with cartoons nowadays. They suck. They're clearly for kids and only kids.
Let me tell you, I own Batman Beyond and Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray. They were
Batman, the animated series was awesome, and you had Mark Hamill as the voice of the Joker.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, he's amazing. Like I think like Joker is one of my favorite villains in the show besides Mr. Freeze.
My favorite rendition of a Batman villain is Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze in the live action.
Oh boy!
You know
Ben
why the
10.
dinosaurs went extinct? The Ice Age.
Oh boy!
That's the best
This guy.
trash, but it's funny.
LDG's like Ben 10 was good pre Ben 1.
I think I left my dad behind.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that's either 1 million or 1 billion LDG. Hang on, I gotta count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Well, LDG's got a really obscene number. So
I thought
Of
Ben
course.
10 stayed pretty good. I mean, I always enjoyed it, even when it got like into when Ben 10 was a teen and stuff.
Yeah, it was like Ben 15 or something like that. Like he was like 15 years old, not 10 anymore. And I that one was a bit like darker than when he was younger, but I still really liked it.
They need to do that with Ash. Like, hasn't Ash been 12 years old for like 20 years?
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah,
at least like
come on, the Simpsons part has been 10 for 33 years.
that's true. That is true.
And Meg's been ugly since the show started. No.
Yeah.
but like when but now speaking of like adult cartoons, one of my favorite adult cartoons is actually Futurama.
It's all right. If you
I
really
used to
want
watch
an
The
adult
Simpsons as a
cartoon,
kid. But yeah,
Ren and
like-
Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead.
Oh
Yeah, my brother
Beavis and
loves
Butthead
that
was
show.
great.
My brother loves that show.
There's
I
some
like The Simpsons though.
There's some cartoons where you go back like I've tried to go back and actually watch them, and some like so with Beyblades, for instance. I liked Beyblades, the show and the actual game as a kid, but honestly, like I went back and tried to watch like episodes of Beyblade, and it was like it was just cringe, like too cringe. But with
Yeah, I get that.
Bakugan, I went back and watched through like a bunch of Bakugan, and it really, I mean, it had some cringy moments because it's obviously a kid's show, but it was actually pretty good from what I saw of it. So some shows are hard to go back and watch.
Dylan
Dexter's
says
Lab. Yeah.
Dexter's Lab is one of the best. I agree with that. I was really into Tom and Jerry. Dude, Tom and Jerry was the shit back in the day.
Are you excited for the Tom and Jerry movie coming out? The live action cross.
I heard it was garbage.
CGI.
It looks terrible. I'm sorry.
It does.
Like,
It looks
it's
horrible.
so bad.
I was not
horrible.
I was not impressed with the trailer. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna skip this one.
I heard that a lot of people said it was like really bad. So
as soon as I saw the trailer, I'm like, hard pass. Like,
yeah.
I'm not reviewing it. I'm not going to bother with it. It does not exist. It was just bad.
Wait, guys,
Go
ahead.
It looks so bad that I would rather go and see the live action Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
I think we're leaving out an important one here, which is, well, two important ones. Like one of them is the Smurfs. Like, do you guys?
Oh yeah, the Smurfs, Papa Smurf, and
amazing.
All the Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
The Smurfs didn't get past the '80s in popularity. Like it's isolated in a single part. Whereas some of the other shows that we're talking about are still popular to this day, like Transformers and G.I. Joe, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, like I think like another one of them was like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Flintstones, Jetsons. It's how people, even in their from their teens to their 60s, still know about the Flintstones. Whereas you talk to a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old, and it's like Smurfs, and they're like, "Oh, you mean the show my parents used to watch?"
Shit. I mean, you know what? The Smurfs are actually not that bad. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say they're my favorite cartoon ever, but
I remember. Oh shoot! I don't know if this counts as a cartoon, but like Robot Chicken. I used to watch that as a kid.
That one was just like
it could be because it is
it was like stop motion,
claymation.
but so like
claymation animation. So yeah, it could be.
Yeah, like that and Mad TV for kids. I remember that was on Cartoon Network briefly.
Yes.
Oh.
That was a very interesting show.
I didn't know what I was watching.
There was also
they had a few skits that I thought were funny, but like I had to watch a lot to find them.
There was a superhero animated series that was very short-lived. Stan Lee's Stripperella, starring Pamela Anderson.
That I actually know about because I got, when I went to 5 and Below, I actually bought Stan Lee's comic book autobiography type thing, and there was a section where it was talking about how he made the Stripperella TV show.
Hey, DD.
Hey, we got Dee Dee Myers in the house. What's up, Dee Dee Myers? Oh, Dylan's like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, dude, I had the books to Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh was a very.
I fuck with Winnie the Pooh.
But also you gotta remember Nickelodeon was good back in the '90s. It had Hey Arnold and Doug, Rugrats.
Oh yeah, that stuff. I personally even though I did not grow up in the '90s, I actually prefer the '90s, early 2000s cartoons because that's when they were actually quality.
Yeah, shoot, wasn't Courage the Cowardly Dog? Wasn't that '90s and early 2000s or just 2000s?
I think it was 2000s.
Yeah,
I mean, think about
the late '90s and early 2000s are the same if you think about it.
The first episode of Naruto came out in 2002.
Yeah, it's all the same era, so it's
Exactly.
'90s, 2000s. It's the same.
One Piece came out in the first episode of One Piece came out in 1999.
I don't know if it was technically childhood because I was 13 or 14 when I first watched it, but Hellsing,
Ultimate.
Well, Ultimate's more new. Hellsing, like the OG, was from the 90s.
I haven't seen Hellsing at all.
It's good. It's like the ones from the 90s is pretty good, but Ultimate is like it redoes everything from the first season, but does more, which is like it's like a remake, but gives you more from the manga, I believe.
Hunter x Hunter also probably came out. Well, Hunter x Hunter might have actually started later.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the keyword were good. The Simpsons were good.
Yeah,
Keyword.
I miss The Simpsons. I miss when The Simpsons were good.
We're doing good, Dee Dee. Thank you for asking. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, both the 2008 dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are fucking the bomb. As long as we're not talking about the Michael Bay films, then
True.
Anything with Michael Bay, you can pretty much know what it's about. The two standard things in a Michael Bay movie: a hot chick and things go boom.
explosions and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that look like Hulk.
I talked about Meg, or I mentioned Meg from Family Guy earlier. It's because Mila Kunis is like very attractive, the woman who does the voice for Meg. And what's funny is she says that people in one of the interviews, she said that like people come up to her on the street and say, "Shut up, Meg," like to her in real life. That'd be funny. I mean, it's kind
I
of.
wonder if people still come up to Will Wheaton and say, "Shut up, Wesley."
Oh, it's possible. I mean, that may just be really weird. I feel like Jonathan would do that though. Is like he'd just walk up to her and be like, "Shut up, Meg."
Oh, I would do something like that. It's like, "Shut up, Meg."
But then I'd be like, Meg, do you want to go on a date? You know, like. You know. All right, I've got to head out for a bit, guys. All right, I'll try.
All right.
Yeah, stay gone.
You know what, Jerry? I will. All right. You know, Jerry, you don't understand the art of fishing and the art of hiking and the art of going.
Okay, asshole.
But I'll try to come back.
Keep telling that to the no fish in your bucket.
I don't have a bucket.
Oh, so you wasn't even prepared to catch fish. You already knew you wasn't catching nothing.
You better watch your mouth, sir.
Uh-huh. It's all the truth.
Oh boy.
Truth will set you free.
Oh, here we go.
I'll see you later, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Jonathan will more than likely be back, everybody. So it'll get interesting. Let's see. There's an episode where Winnie the Pooh. Okay, well that's pretty weird. I don't think I've ever heard about that. Interesting.
Then we can also. What do you guys think about LDG's favorite, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Z, the whole saga?
I'll be honest. Like, I've actually never gotten into Dragon Ball.
Me neither.
I feel
right
like
at this moment, LDG falls out of his chair, screaming at his monitor.
I think it's one of those shows where if I actually watch it, I might like it. But the problem is because there's so many seasons of it. It's like I don't
isn't
have.
there like 300 episodes or something like that? Like
There's a lot,
thanks.
but you got Dragon Ball, you got Dragon Ball Z, you got Dragon Ball GT.
Oh my god.
You got so many.
Nah. No
Like,
thanks.
You think Power Rangers has like a lot of shows? Like, dude, freaking Dragon Ball, from what I heard, has a lot.
Well, Power Rangers. When we first got Power Rangers, it was like we were already halfway through the series from Japan. Like in Japan, it was already like that. It's like who knows how many series in.
Yeah, Super Sentai.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between the footage.
Oh yeah, like dude, that stuff is great. I actually personally, I'm a huge Power Rangers Time Force fan.
It is the original.
No, what about VR Troopers?
Oh, that's perfect out of 10.
No, I've only seen it through JonTron, but it's something else, dude.
Yes, Andrew, we did talk about Batman the Animated Series.
Yes, we did.
We can't forget Batman the Animated Series. It's one of the best.
Oh, absolutely. Like when you talk about superhero cartoons in general, like Batman the Animated Series is probably the top at the top.
Mm-hmm. Like they had the voices were spot on.
Oh, Phineas and Ferb was great. Yeah.
The character development.
What?
And Mark Hamill is considered one of the best Joker voice acting for. Can't speak. Joker. Mark Hamill is considered one of the best Jokers out there.
Wasn't Tara Strong the Harley in the show?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I'm not
she's
mistaken, she
great.
was.
She was also
Thank you,
Harley in some of
Cal.
the games.
Spider-Man the animated series, the '90 cartoon was
Oh, the Peter Parker, Spider-Man, radioactive
oh,
Spider-Man.
that theme was amazing too. Like it was like a dubstep, but it really did fit. And
Yeah.
it
But you can't beat the classic Spider-Man. Spider-Man,
oh,
Spider-Man
that show.
does whatever a spider can.
The
Like
60s.
the '60s Spider-Man is still good. Like it's cheesy and corny by today's standards, but
But it was
works.
great for its time, you know?
Yeah, and the animation's good still.
hmm
Even though like I think they could have added a little few more webs to Peter's costume, it still looked great.
Yeah.
You know, with the new Spider-Man movie come out, if they don't do that meme with the 3 Spider-Mans, no good.
Yeah, if they don't do that, it gets an F right out of the
Yeah,
gate.
it's automatic F if they don't do the meme.
Oh man, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, I agree. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is horrible. Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh man,
There's so many superhero cartoons from the 80s and early 90s. Like you got the Superman, Super Friends, and then there's Spider-Man. It's
I
like
had like a DVD of the Super Friends cartoon, and that show was still cool. Like, I mean, you had like the Wonder Twins, you had
Wonder
Batman
Woman.
and Robin, Wonder Woman, Superman, like Aquaman. Oh man, that was the shit. I think that should have been the Just League roster or something.
Man. I grew up with like some of the stuff. Like I didn't watch a lot of the superhero animated shows because I was just watching like the Care Bears and the Barbie movies. But I don't want to bring that up because I know you guys probably haven't seen those. But
No,
they
I
were
don't think
good
we
for what
have.
they were. That was like that's the funny part. They're good for what they are. It's just not for boys.
Pretty
What?
much.
Mhm. Well, we got some interesting superhero animated cartoons out. Like there's the new Adventures of Harley Quinn or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
DC's
that's
Harley
really
Quinn.
good.
I heard it. Some people say it sucks. Some people like it. So
I don't know.
It's
The trailers turned me off about it. Is because it looked very cringy. Like all the jokes they put in the trailers, they really were not funny.
yeah, that's what they did with Star Trek Lower Decks, but it ended up turning out to be a great series.
Oh yeah,
Very
I think
entertaining.
the one funny joke from the Harley show, from what I've seen, is Joker saying women aren't funny. I was not expecting that.
How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon's good too. I will agree
Yeah.
with that.
That was a
Yeah.
good
We got-
movie series.
Keely Chow in the house. What's up, Keely Chow? Mark Hamill's Joker voice was wonderful.
Oh yeah, definitely. After Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill is known as the Joker.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
his second best known role.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. Like I think Mark Hamill's a really good voice actor.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was the only reason why people actually cared about that remake of Child's Play.
Yeah, but
Even
even
though the
then, it
movie
was
bombed,
just bad. It
Even
was
though
a
the
bad
movie
movie.
bombed, that was the only reason why people actually gave it 2 looks was because
Yeah,
Mark Hamill was the voice of Chucky.
Didn't Mark Hamill not like it either?
Well, he never talked about it, so you know it was bad.
Yeah, it's kind of how he was with the Star Wars. Only with Star Wars, he was very vocal about.
Well, everyone's vocal about it.
Oh, absolutely. Like everybody is. You got the people on the one side saying, "Oh, Star Wars sucks," and you got the other side that Star Wars doesn't suck.
There's
then-
more people saying it sucked than it was good.
Like the sequel trilogy is like it's entertaining if you shut your brain off. Like if you like
Oh,
are not a fan of anything else,
you'd
you
have to
could
be
probably
brain dead to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of
like
it.
it's like all right. If you want to enjoy The Force Awakens, you know it has a cohesive story. Last Jedi, there's just from a storytelling perspective,
It's
it
useless.
fails. It fails because there's so much like useless stuff that goes on. I mean, Rise of Skywalker is
They
even
tried.
worse.
They
It's
really
so
tried.
much worse.
No, the Rise of Skywalker. They tried. They tried so hard.
It's just there's
But
not
it
much
just
you can
depends.
do, and it just a lot of it. Like I couldn't tell if it was because of a time crunch, but it just seems lazy story writing.
Well, they were
Like
trying
somehow
to fix
Palpatine
up all the
returned.
screw ups that Last Jedi did, and
Yeah,
actually try to give you a somewhat of a story. But because
it's just
Last
still wasn't.
Jedi happened, that's why
Yeah.
we have the clusterfuck of a movie that Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker is. Is it a horrible movie? It's way better than Last Jedi, that's for sure.
My cousin, dude, walked out of Rise of Skywalker like swearing, and he's not even a Star Wars fan. I don't even think he's seen a Star Wars movie before that, and he hated it. It's just
Now, as far as the Rise of Skywalker is concerned, I think a lot of the blame should go to Last Jedi for why it's
Oh
bad.
yeah, it's
well, yeah, I know.
Last Jedi ruined Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker never had a chance because of Last Jedi. Because I went to go see Rise of Skywalker opening day,
Same.
and I was sitting there watching. I'm like, okay, it looks interesting. I'm enjoying it. But when is it going to fuck? When are they going to screw it up? I just was in such a miserable mood watching it because of Last Jedi, how bad it was. Like
I'm
I
not
couldn't
gonna
sit there
lie.
and
All right.
enjoy a movie because I couldn't sit there and enjoy it because of Last Jedi.
I do not find Rey interesting at all.
No,
I find her
she's not.
very boring. She has no like. People are like, "Oh, you just hate women." I'm like, "Yeah, I hate women. As a woman, I hate women. Yes, you are a very smart internet person, but it's like she has no personality and she can just do all these things without
Yeah.
even like dude, they're like, oh, she had training. Like she had a week of training, right?
At most.
5 minutes from what we saw.
Like,
There's a
even
time
with
skip for
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a time skip, but we know that he's been training for months. We saw that she was training for a week.
He could have been training for 3 weeks on Dagobah alone, and you don't know how much he was training outside of that.
Not to mention, she did so much before the training. So it's like, dude, you can't argue with that. Like,
And then, of course, he had training when he was before Return of the Jedi. There was so much training between the 3 movies. Whereas with Rey, you see her have her powers and beat Kylo Ren in the first
who's
movie.
a Sith Lord.
There was no build up, nothing.
Mhm.
Have her lose at least one of those matches, and then it might have been interesting.
What I hated about the ending is that Ben dies, but she doesn't.
Yeah, that was the.
It's like what should have happened is a bit of the same of what happened at the end. Only like he takes both Anakin's. It's not Rey's. It's Anakin's lightsaber.
Yes.
And his mom's lightsaber.
Oh, the lightsaber that killed all the younglings.
Yeah, like he keeps them both. Like he doesn't bury them in sand. That was so stupid. Like he keeps them both, and he's like training to be like a bounty hunter to undo what he did. You know, finish kind of what he started with creating with
that would be interesting.
Sith stuff. That would have been great, and like give him his own TV show of like him hunting down Sith.
He should have been called Ben Skywalker because if you read the book,
yes, it would have made so much more sense.
It's Ben Skywalker.
Yeah, so like when the lady says, I haven't seen someone here for a while, and they start talking, and she's like, what's your name? And he goes, Ben Skywalker. That would have been awesome! Rey Skywalker was so bad,
I don't even say those 2 words together. I cannot.
Ugh,
I cannot refer Rey. It's not. I can't even say it. I'm not going to say it.
Like if they just ended, like how I said, with Ben doing everything, and then he says Ben Skywalker, and that's how it ends. I would have loved the movie. I don't care how bad the first part of the movie or the whole movie was. If that was the ending, I would have liked it.
Or if Palpatine at least killed Rey.
Yeah, like she should have died.
Yeah,
and
I found Kylo far more interesting. The thing is, Kylo is such an interesting character, but they kept wasting him. It's like every chance they got to make him cool, they kept wasting. It's like, dude, you have a cool character. Just do
because they had to make Rey the bestest ever.
Yeah, it's
like even if they had Finn come out saying he was Force sensitive or something,
Yeah, like I liked Finn. They wasted him again.
They wasted Finn. They wasted Poe. They wasted Kylo. They released
Yeah.
so many other characters to make Rey look so good.
Yeah.
And that
Oh yeah.
shows you the mark of bad character. When you have to diminish all the other characters around them
Yeah.
to make them look good.
That's number one of bad character.
And
Like, I want Mara Jade. She's my favorite.
yeah, well,
Star
there's
Wars chick.
rumors about that coming out.
Yeah, I was hearing because they brought in Thrawn in Star Wars Rebels, and they mentioned him in the Mandalorian.
Yes.
So, and you can't have one without the other because they work together in the comics. So I can't wait to hear that.
Well, if you watch a video, I have a video on my channel that I talk about the rumor that was coming out about that.
Ooh,
about Mara Jade. As well.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, guys. The sequel trilogy and most of the Disney Star Wars movies, I don't watch as much as the prequels or the original trilogy.
I actually like the prequels. They're like,
I do too.
The dialogue isn't the best, but the story is
horrible.
The thing is, like, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, they suck at acting," when in reality, it's just the dialogue. Like, how are you supposed to make that sound good? So I'm always gonna defend that.
In the original trilogy, they had bad dialogue, and they made it work.
The thing is, like, Phantom Menace had a great story, but it was really long and boring. I liked the second one. I thought the love scenes weren't that great. I will say,
the love scenes were forced.
However, I appreciate being shown that they're trying, to see how they got together. Unlike the sequel trilogy, and they're just imply Rey had training without really showing us much. So I'll take that.
Also with Finn, they were making him look like a player.
It's like, at least we saw them get together.
He was like interested in Rey. Second movie, it was Rose, which was a god awful character tied with Jar Jar, the most annoying character out there.
Yeah,
Nothing
I hated her.
negative about the actress. Hear me now.
No, yeah, the actress is fine. She's great. It's just the character.
The character was god awful.
Oh yeah. But it's like, I give props to George anyway, so we can see that Anakin and Padme were having, knowing each other.
Write a romance, but
the thing is, Natalie and Hayden did have chemistry. It's just they weren't giving much to work with, because that scene where he falls off the animal, and she's like, trying to see if he's okay. He's pretending to be knocked out. I thought that scene was genuinely good because it wasn't dialogue. It was just them having fun. And I like that. I just wish it was more of that and less of whatever else they were saying.
Question.
Dylan says, my favorite Star Wars movie will always be Episode 6. What is your guys' favorite Star Wars movie?
5.
Personally, I like 3. I'm not going to lie.
Revenge
of the Sith.
For me, with the original trilogy, it'll be Empire. With the prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith, and the Disney
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
I like Rogue. Yeah, I like Rogue One. It doesn't get as much love as it deserves.
Like,
it doesn't.
I would be the same way with you, Austinator. Original is by far Episode 5. Then in the prequels, it's Episode 3, and then Disney. I'm lumping Disney all together. Is Rogue One, because you can't have, for me, the standout of those 3 in the Disney is Rise of Skywalker, but it's still far below Rogue One.
Oh, absolutely.
Rogue One is in my top 5, but it's number 5.
I want more movies or whatever that's more about I want more stuff kind of like Rogue One, because I find it very interesting to see the point of view from
they tried
other
it with
people.
Solo and it bombed. It's the first Star Wars movie to ever not make money in the box office.
Yeah, Solo wasn't terrible in my opinion. It just wasn't that great. It was just okay. That was
followed
issue.
Last Jedi. So anything after Last Jedi
because nobody cared. Yeah, The Last Jedi ruined it for people. That's why people didn't go see Solo. That was also what hurt it. Oh, his stuff, Sean.
They don't want to
Sean?
admit it, but yeah, it was the reason why people didn't go see Solo.
Yeah, it's just like Solo was just okay compared to Last Jedi. I thought it was good, but like looking back on it, it's just it is what it is. Kind of boring.
I personally hated Solo. Like Solo is the one Star Wars movie I will never go back to.
I
It
have
is-
yet to watch Solo.
Don't.
It's the one Star Wars movie I have not watched. I have seen every
I won't
Star
say
Wars
anything, but there's a
movie.
cool thing at the end. There is a cool thing at the end, and I will say.
I could care less.
No.
But Solo is the only Star Wars movie I have not seen. I have seen every Star Wars in theaters, going back to the 90s with the special editions.
Nice.
So, episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, Rogue One. I've seen them all in theaters. I have not watched Solo, even though it's available everywhere. I refuse to click on that movie.
I'm pretty sure you could like find it in the Walmart bin for $5.
That's $5
Oh,
too
probably.
much. That's $5 too much.
Exactly.
I'd
And
rather watch it than Rise of Skywalker, though.
Hail David, how are you?
I just my biggest complaint, well, at least one of them, was how they picked a guy who only looks kind of like he looks like he's doing a good cosplay of Han Solo, but he's not Han Solo. Like he looked nothing, he sounded nothing like Harrison. Like I did not believe that he was Han Solo.
But one good thing came out with Star Wars now, and we got The Bad Batch.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was coming out. I gotta see that.
Came out at 3 a.m. in the morning. I watched it, and it's quite interesting. They pick up where Clone Wars left off,
Nice.
and we get another take of Order 66.
Ooh, all right. See, I have not seen Bad Batch yet, but
I haven't either.
If you guys
That's
want
what
any
I'm
background
looking for.
information, again, I got reviews of the Bad Batch arc in Clone Wars on my channel.
nice.
So if you want your Cole's notes on it or your simplistic notes on it, definitely check them out before you check out the Bad Batch, because this will give you the background information you would need. Like, you could you don't need it per se, but it helps you
Right.
because you get to know the characters. So going in, you already know your favorites. You know what's happening without much of a.
Absolutely. But before we continue, Jerry, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, you already know. You already know what my favorite one is, Austin.
Oh yeah, what is
Come
it?
on. This is an easy question, Austin.
Okay.
You gotta know. Come on.
Is it Empire?
Is it Empire? Of course not.
Return of the Jedi?
Nope.
A New Hope?
Nope.
All right. Is it?
Revenge.
It's the Rise of the Skywalker.
Of
What?
course it is.
No.
Kick him now. Get him out of here. I don't want to hear him.
What? You're telling
Oh
me?
man.
You're telling me it isn't the best movie out of all of them?
No, it's not.
Maybe of
How
the
could-
sequel trilogy.
How could you sit there and say that this isn't clearly the best movie out of all of them?
Out of the sequel trilogy, maybe, but not.
I'd rather break my
far,
fingers
far
than say that.
below.
I would.
I would put it on the same level as maybe Phantom Menace.
Dylan's like, screw that. Sean's Jerry is trash.
Yo.
What?
And then Aaron was like, thanks for the sub. Let's see here. Dylan's like, nope, don't care about Bad Batch at all. That's what Disney has done to me. I'm not watching it.
Oh, it's worth watching. I know Disney's really screwed us over, but I would not take it out on them.
No, like Disney, don't get me wrong, Disney has fucked Star Wars. I mean, we can all agree with that. But to me though, like, I mean, I'm not saying Disney has not done anything right with Star Wars, because they have. I will admit that.
Rogue One.
You know, Rogue One. Mandalorian
Mandalorian,
2.
and Clone Wars season 7, and now the Bad Batch. So, and also I would definitely like for Disney Star Wars avoid Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars. Go
Yeah.
for Filoni and Favreau Star Wars, which is your shows that you see on Disney Plus, your Mandalorian, your Clone Wars, your Bad Batch. Go for support Filoni and Favreau, because if you watch their stuff and you forget about the High Republic, screw anything that Kathleen Kennedy is doing right now. Just watch their stuff. Maybe Disney will finally get the picture that
I hope.
hey, we want this stuff. We don't want Kathleen Kennedy crap.
And when I heard about the Rogue Squadrons movie, I was like, all right, this seems interesting. And then I saw that Patty Jenkins was going to make the movie. I was like, oh, okay. Like, she made Wonder Woman. I'm like, all right, this is going to be interesting. And then I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. This movie's going to. I really hope Rogue Squadrons is at least decent. I want to at least have a good movie, at least, because we haven't really had a good Star Wars movie in a while. So I kind of hope it's good, but at the same time, I'm very skeptical. But that's just it. But the thing is with Star Wars, it's just it's kind of frustrating because it should not be where it is, and it should be praised.
Yeah, and it hurts. Like, I understand where Dylan's coming from, and it hurts because that's what Kathleen Kennedy has done to the people. Like, Filoni and Favreau are putting out excellent stuff, but because of Kathleen Kennedy's crap and political bullshit, she's ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
fuck that.
as soon as they see this Lucasfilm brand now, it's like, must stay away. Even like the stars of the sequel trilogy are coming out and saying crap about Kathleen Kennedy and all that stuff, about how she works, and they're even trying to say negative shit about her. They're trying to put it in a light to make us feel sorry for them.
Yeah, and it's failed.
And it's failed. And also with because Daisy Ridley recently came out and said she's not like some of the. She doesn't want to come back to Star Wars. Thank God. But she's like felt so disappointed that she put so much hard work and effort, and realizing when her scenes were getting cut to the cutting room floor. I'm like, how hard was it for her to act like a piece of wood?
It must have been really hard.
And you know what? I do hope that Daisy Ridley comes out of this and can prove that she can actually act. Because if all we have is to go on by her acting skills is Rey.
So somebody was doing a review on that movie Chaos Walking, and no, she can only act like that apparently.
Okay, then.
She plays like Rey 2.0 in the movie. That's how people described it.
Oh, so it's wooden and no character development, no emotion, no nothing. So she's
apparently.
So she can be classified as a bad actress that will never work again because of it.
God, I hope not. Kavari says, is it too much to say that Batman Mask of the Phantasm is the greatest cartoon/animated movie of all time? I could get behind that. I don't think it's necessarily the greatest Batman movie, but I would definitely say it's up there. For sure. David's like, what the fuck? I'm 51 and barely remember watching episode 4 with my mom. I still have not watched Rise of Skywalker.
Not missing much.
No, you're not.
If you just want easy, but brush through, again, I got a review of it. Instead of wasting an hour and a half of your time, waste 10 minutes to watch my review.
Exactly. Dylan says, problem is I love Dave Filoni's work. I was so excited, but then I watched the trailer for Bad Batch and felt nothing.
And that's what Kathleen Kennedy has done to the fan base. And that's what's the most horrible thing that she could have done. She sucked the soul out of us. And it's
Yeah.
not Disney, it's Kathleen Kennedy. Disney's only problem is giving her a vote of confidence.
Exactly. Because the ones that are actually in charge of Star Wars is Kathleen Kennedy. It's Disney are basically just publishing.
Yeah, Disney is the distributor. Lucasfilm is the production company. Disney is the distributor. It goes through Disney. Disney gives them money and puts out the stuff and gets first crack at all the money. But at the end of the day, Lucasfilm controls the property.
Like, I'll give an example, like with game companies, like I'll take EA for example. Like EA owns so many of like game production studios that, like I'll give an example, like with Anthem. BioWare made Anthem, and Anthem turned out to be a piece of shit. So, and then it's like, well, who do you blame? Do you blame the publisher or do you blame the people that actually made it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying, like, could Disney have had a hand of it? Possibly, but no, the bulk of the blame goes to the people who actually made this stuff. And Kathleen Kennedy deserves some of the blame. And I would even say, because again, going back to Last Jedi, I think it could also come down to the directors as well.
Ryan
Because
Johnson ruined it. That's
he
why
did.
you have the Phantom Menace calling him Ruin Johnson. Because he ruined, like, JJ set him up. JJ set them up with a story. Let them, okay, here's the thread, follow the thread. And hopefully we end up with something decent. But
And
JJ's like, nope. Into
It's
the trash pit and came up with this complete another dumpster fire that we call The Last Jedi.
And it's an example of like they should have had a plan to begin with. Because the problem is with Last Jedi is that it feels like a standalone film.
And a very bad one.
Exactly. And I think if Ryan Johnson did visuals and you had somebody else do the story for him, I think it because the one thing I will give Last Jedi is it's visually pleasing.
Oh, everyone says that about Last Jedi. Like, it's visually stunning, but it's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Right. And I even say that about Zack Snyder, is that his films are visually pretty, but I think with Zack Snyder, you have to have somebody else write the script, or the script has to write itself. Because
that's what happened, I think, in Justice League.
I think, well, technically it was, because it was technically Zack's movie, but then Joss Whedon fucked it up.
Oh,
and,
Joss, and the effects that he decided to put in the final movie were garbage.
Oh, it was really bad. But it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, am I saying it's completely Ryan Johnson's fault? Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Kathleen Kennedy basically just told. I think a lot of it still goes to Kathleen Kennedy, because she basically said, "Oh, here, Ryan, do whatever you want."
Yeah, because she, and the worst thing is Kathleen Kennedy not only lied to the fans, like, okay, yeah, we expect Hollywood to lie to us all the time, but she lied to the fan. She lied to Disney, saying that she's going to make Lucasfilm profitable for them. They have not been.
No, they haven't.
And she lied most horrible to George, saying that she's going to treasure and care for his characters. And what was the first thing she did?
Fucked it up.
Han wanted to die regardless. Harrison Ford wanted Han to die anyway, so they were stuck with that. But they could have made his death a lot more epic.
Yeah.
Luke, oh, don't get me. Like, they made him into
so boring
coward.
And the fact that, and they also made him drink tit milk.
Yeah.
That was gross. I don't like that. I don't like that. That was gross.
Yoda ran away and Obi-Wan ran away. They did it for their own safety. And as well, they didn't stop training. They didn't give up being a Jedi.
Right.
They continued to hone their craft. Luke did not. He was looking for a way out. And also, you took the beacon of hope in the Star Wars franchise. The one person in the entire galaxy that believed Vader had some good in him And as soon as his nephew saw,
Had a nightmare.
as soon as he saw some bad stuff in, like bad intentions in his nephew, he wanted to go kill him.
Like, he was just having a nightmare too. Like, it wasn't even like him like trying to think that. It was just like his subconscious like seeing the future, basically. Like, dude, he didn't even do anything wrong. It wasn't him. Like, just go fix him or something.
And I actually want
the guy that had all this faith into redeeming Vader and going against the Emperor couldn't even see the good in his own nephew and wanted to kill him.
It was ridiculous.
Like, and I think that the basic story of Last Jedi could work if it was just better handled.
Yeah.
No, it would have had to be a whole new rewrite because there were so many plot elements from the 7th movie that they just dropped, like Snoke. Done.
Yeah.
Like, and now there's fan theories about Snoke coming out that he was created by Luke's severed hand.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that because I think like the latest Vader issue kind of went into that. Like, see, this is the problem. Like, now they're using the comic and books as damage control.
Yeah, no, the fans have to do damage control instead of building upon like what the fans did for Star Trek. The fan films of Star Trek did, which was build upon the universe that was given to us. We are now having the course correct.
Exactly.
Star Wars. And now with Star Trek, we got to start course correcting, and Doctor Who and all the other franchises out there now. Before, fan films and fan-made stories built upon it. Like with the Thrawn trilogy and the Old Republic and all that stuff, it built upon it. Now we're more focused on correcting the fuck-ups that the studios have done.
Exactly. Let's see here. Sean's like, I'd say my favorite animated movie is either Spider-Verse or the Lego Movie. Good picks. I'm gonna give out the 10-minute warning. So, because I don't really tend to go very long with the show.
Understandable.
Because I do have class later on, so I wanted to. So I usually just go an hour on Tuesdays, but no, like I agree though. Like I just think the issue is right now is with Star Wars and like you said with the other franchises. Like I've never gotten into Star Trek, so like, but I do understand what you guys are going through because of what I went through with Star Wars and. Like what Dylan said, like he's not very excited. I'm honestly not excited for a lot of the Star Wars stuff.
I mean, I kind of forgot about it, so it's
I feel like I want to feel that way again. I want to feel excitement for when I see a Star Wars trailer. I want to feel excitement when I hear, oh, look, they're making a new Star Trek movie, and we're getting a new Star Trek series, and we're going to get 13 weeks of new Star Trek and all that stuff. And now it's like, I got 13 weeks of hell of Star Trek.
Yeah, that's kind of like me because I want to be excited for Star Wars. I don't want to feel like, oh my god, like this is gonna be torture.
Yeah, like I want to be like chomping at the bit, ready to watch the Book of Boba Fett. Like I'm interested in watching it, but I want to be like craving it. I want to be like, can it be December already so I can watch it? Not be like, okay, it's coming in December. I'm good.
And don't get me wrong, like when Force Awakens came out, I was excited. When Rogue One came out, I was excited. And even with Last Jedi, I was excited.
Yes.
But after Last Jedi, I don't like everything just felt either like, okay, I'm interested or I just don't care for it at all. Like Solo was like also a big factor in that too, because I saw Solo in the theater and I didn't like it. I thought the movie was very boring, very predictable. I was just sitting there like, this is just pointless. And then The Rise of Skywalker happened, like, and again, that movie fucked me up a lot too. Like, except for Mandalorian, which I was like, all right, I'm intrigued. And then all of a sudden Mandalorian was good, and I was like, holy shit, okay. You know, this is something I could get into.
Star Wars has a pulse. And then Kathleen Kennedy, being fucking Kathleen Kennedy, decides, hey, you guys like something? Okay, screw you guys. Let's fire one of the better stars of the show and give you this High Republic crap down your throat.
Exactly.
Boom,
And it's
bitch. Fuck Disney. Power of the people.
Yeah, fucking Disney pissed me off.
Like I
What
say,
But-
I won't
that
blame
David dude
Disney.
said though, if there's like a Brightburn version of like Darth Vader, that would be sick.
Like
Right.
the only way that I'm ever gonna be really excited again is if either they fire Kathleen Kennedy or they do a Vader film.
That would be awesome. Like a
I
horror
wouldn't
Vader
want a
film.
Vader film, though. And if you want to see some good Vader stuff, go to the Star Wars Theory. He funded a freaking fan-made Star Wars film on his own,
Yeah, and it was very good too.
and it is head and feet above the Disney stuff.
And it's like, and like you said again, like I know I said, fuck Disney, but like also, Lucasfilm should. I'm about to say fuck. I'm also gonna say fuck Lucasfilm because they are.
No, I blame more of Lucasfilm than Disney.
I do
Disney's
too.
allowing Lucasfilm to do this. That's
Yeah.
my biggest gripe with Disney, is that Disney's allowing this to happen.
They are.
Right.
And
But the buck stops at the head of Lucasfilm, and right now the head of Lucasfilm is the Nebian slime devil herself, Kathleen Kennedy.
all right, let's see here. Dylan's got a comment. I say they won't fire her, but promote her. I can't see her stepping down, but I can see her stepping out of Lucasfilm. I want her gone either way. Oh, I do too. I want
She's either
her.
going to get promoted or she's going to resign. Like, that's the only way that she's ever going to get out of there, is by her own will.
Exactly. And especially with what I'm hearing about Indiana Jones 5, which I was intrigued about that. Then once I heard like casting, I just went, yeah, fuck this.
Well, I will give Indiana Jones 5 a chance just because on how bad Crystal Skull was, and Harrison Ford wants to make a better movie to leave Indiana Jones on. So I think that alone will make it something worth checking out.
Yeah,
just because Harrison Ford himself is motivated to make a good Indiana Jones movie.
like don't get me wrong, like I always give movies and shows a chance before I even like go and see them, because I'm like, usually like even if the trailer's bad, I usually give it a chance if it's something that I'm somewhat interested in. Like I'll even say, like with Batwoman, I gave a chance because I said, you know what, maybe it was just bad marketing, maybe it was just
horrible marketing.
It was just a bad trailer, but it was horrible. But I gave it a chance. I gave it one chance, but then it was bad, and I didn't look back on it since. And with Star Wars, it's like and especially with Indiana Jones, I'm going to give it a chance. Does the casting look great? I mean, it depends on who you are, but I mean, yeah, like if Harrison Ford wants to make a really good movie, I think they can.
No, I think the only reason why they will be able to get Harrison Ford is because Harrison Ford created that character, and he doesn't want it to look like crap.
No,
like, he's not going to go out making a bad Indiana. Like, he said on several times he's embarrassed about Crystal Skull, and he doesn't want to leave people with that taste in their mouth of Indiana Jones. So so I think the only reason they'll actually have him come back is to give us the movie he wants. It could be good, it could be bad, but this will be something that at least will be Indiana Jones like.
Indeed. Sean says, worst thing Disney Star Wars did is start the whole anti-SJW thing where people lost their shit. No, that is not what made it. Like, I have no problem with the female lead. In fact, the problem is with Disney Star Wars is that the fucking story was horrible.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with SJW stuff. I honestly want to see a female lead. Like I think,
Mara Jade, there's
yeah,
Ahsoka.
exactly.
Ahsoka's one of the most popular characters in Star Wars.
And you know what? If they handled Rey better, I would say Rey would have been a cool character.
If they kept Rey the way that she was at the first half of Force Awakens throughout the movie, then okay, we could have seen a good character arc with her. But they went from 0 to 100.
Exactly. It's like, it's just they had no clue where to go with it, and then by the time the fucking like it felt out of place, and it just felt like really bad storytelling.
It was.
Like,
Yeah.
and I always say this.
Jane Erso.
Exactly.
No one cared that she was a female lead in that movie. Well, some did.
If they cared that she was a female lead, then they wouldn't like Princess Leia. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And Princess Leia was quite authoritative in those early movies.
Especially the episode 4, the way she was talking to them when they rescued her. Like,
yeah.
No one had a problem then. Like, why is it going to be a problem now? You're just making stuff up
also,
to cover for a bad character. She's just a bad character.
Yeah. Like, did I, in my rant about how bad Rey was, talk about her gender at all?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you can't hide behind the fact that she's a chick, that she's a bad character. She just is. You can, like, just accept it. She's not a good character. If you like her, good for you. She's still not good.
Exactly.
So people aren't gonna like her.
And also it's like, even though the sequels really aren't that great, like I still think Carrie Fisher did a great job with what she was given.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the only one
a lot of them did. Like everyone was like, for the most part, was pretty good at acting.
I think they did Lando quite a while in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, I thought they did Lando well too. It's just
I hope they didn't mess up. The man was in the movie for like a whole minute. Like I would hope that they didn't screw him up.
A bit of a good time. Like he did play a decent role, but Rick, when you saw Lando, you knew it was Lando. They didn't add idiotic characteristics to him.
Because I feel like he just kind of showed up and did what he thought was right. I feel like he probably just went there and got in character and wanted to do this. And that's why it was good,
Yeah, but he was good at it, and that's what you got to applaud about him. At least he did. He portrayed his character like people knew it. Same with Ian McDiarmid.
Mm-hmm.
He was phenomenal, even though the Emperor should not have been in the movie.
Yeah, it kind of ruins Anakin's
because
whole arc.
Because they dirtied Snoke being the main head. Maybe they could have, if they continued with Snoke instead of killing him in The Last Jedi, and brought the Emperor in like as a clone or something.
I thought the fight in the throne room was great. It's just it should have been in the final movie, not now.
Yeah. And it's another example of how Last Jedi backed Rise of Skywalker into a corner because, them killing off Snoke was a bad decision.
Yeah.
Just because it was because Rian Johnson hated him, hated the character. And he's come out and admitted it that he.
How did Rian Johnson even get a job?
Because he probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. Jerry had to head out. You can find Jerry in the link description. But before we wrap up, I do want to say though, there's a couple things. When it comes to J.J. Abrams, I do not blame him for how the sequel trilogy ended up. I think J.J. again was backed into that situation. I think
that's why they brought him back.
Exactly.
He was supposed to direct Rise of Skywalker, but because Rian Johnson screwed the pooch, they had to bring him back to course correct. That's why.
There's only so much you can do when your main guy's dead.
The Rise of Skywalker felt like a video game. It's like level after level.
It really did.
To me, when I watched it, I felt like, okay, this could have been Return of the Jedi and would have worked better. This could have been in Return of the Jedi, The Last Jedi. That should have been The Last Jedi. Oh, I see what they tried to do. They tried to combine JJ's 2 movies into one.
And it just didn't work.
No.
So I do not blame J.J. Abrams. I'm not saying he shouldn't get. Should he at least be blamed a little bit? Maybe, but I don't think he deserves a lot of it. I think a lot of it just comes down to the heads in charge, like Kathleen Kennedy, and I also blame Ryan Johnson.
No,
And
definitely.
and to
Didn't
the
he
people
say
who
he purposely did that to make people mad?
Yeah, because he's the world's greatest troll.
What a dick.
And I will say this too, like to the fans who do like the sequel trilogy, good for you guys. All right, I'm not going to discredit them. I'm not going to
No, I'm not
discredit
gonna
people.
help the people because I feel like that's what some of the fandom bandits does. They'll say, "Oh, if you liked it, it's okay," but as soon as you mention you liked it, they're down your throat.
Exactly. Like, but I also say, like, but the more people do advocate for them, the more they're just saying, oh, we want this type of storytelling.
Mm.
Yeah, like for myself, I have moments I liked in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm not afraid to admit it. Overall, I didn't care for the movie, but of the three, I would choose that one as my favorite of the three. It would easily go Rise, Force, and then way at the bottom, Last Jedi.
Like, honestly, I prefer Force Awakens over any of the other films.
Well,
But
I put Force lowers because of the second half of the movie, because that's when Rey was Super Rey.
yeah,
At least in Rise of Skywalker, you saw some vulnerability in her and possible character development, and it would have been better if it was stretched over the two movies.
exactly.
But they crammed it all in one because you saw her wrestle with her emotions and everything. It's like the Palpatine blood in her, and of course the last line that I will never mention, or you'll never hear me say.
Yeah.
Like I would have gave that movie like a 6.5 out of or 7 out of 10, but that line brought it down to like a 5.5, 6 for me. Like,
Like, man, that's. I just really just hope Star Wars at some point can get back on track. Which,
if
and
you
also,
give it
I
to
want to say this.
Favreau and Filoni, watch it,
Yeah,
support them. So I understand people don't want to support Disney because of the crap that's happened, but
Yeah.
if you do want good Star Wars, just say these guys know Star Wars. They care about Star Wars. They want to bring in the extended universe back into canon.
exactly. And you know what? I would even say, and to the people who actually do think, like, and I'm not again, not trying to shit on them, but it's like, okay, some of the arguments like, oh, it has really good visuals and like, oh, the theater experience was cool. I'm like, sure, but that again does not excuse bad writing.
Yeah, exactly. And also support fan fiction. Support the fan made stuff. Definitely.
Yeah.
Screw Hollywood then. If they're not going to give us the good stuff, like if you're tired of watching Michael Burnham in Discovery, then go watch First Frontier, the story of Captain Robert April, or go watch Star Trek Continues, or support Trek Yards because Sam Cockings does amazing work on various Star Trek films,
Right.
fan-made films. Go support them. Go support Star Wars Theory that made a phenomenal Vader movie out of his own pocket.
Indeed.
Go support Doctor Who fan fiction because like a YouTuber named Dr. Alex writes his own Doctor Who fiction. Go support them. Tell Hollywood, screw it. If you want to give this message, then go broke and give your one for all for one idiotic message that you want to give.
Mm-hmm. And last comment for today. Say what you want about Kathleen Kennedy. She produced some of the biggest movies of all time: Jurassic Park, E.T., The Color Purple, Indiana Jones, Gremlins.
Yeah,
Hey man, that was before whatever happened here.
Because she had people Kathleen Kennedy had people. There were people holding her reins back. She was a glorified coffee grabber.
And she also wasn't the head of Lucasfilm either.
And no, those were Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg was in charge of those. She had nothing to do with it. She was
That was back when directors actually had their creative freedom.
Yeah, that's when George Lucas and Spielberg created masterpieces, and she was just an overpaid, over-glamorized coffee getter.
Exactly. So it's kind of so they're both different situations and both different just points in time. That's why it's kind of hard to really like. Don't get me wrong. Am I discrediting what she's done? No, but at the end of the day, she really hasn't. It doesn't really. You get what I mean. It's like even though yeah, she may have produced them, she was not also like in charge either.
She was not in charge. She had no creative control. She was just an employee under
Exactly.
Lucas and Spielberg. That was it. She had no influence in the movie itself. So giving her saying she was producing those movies, no, wrong. She had no real control over them.
Indeed.
She did not write the script. She did not write a brainstorm with them. She didn't direct them. She didn't suggest edits. Nothing.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we are actually going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank everybody for coming in the chat. I want to thank Dylan's Little Hobbies, Jack Slaw, David, Serda. Sean was here. We had Keely Chow. I think I said Kavari, but thanks for coming in, sir, Kavari. I want to thank
Dee
Andrew. What was that?
Dee Dee Myers.
Oh, Dee Dee, Andrew,
Joy,
LDG, in even Commodore Ty for being coming in the chat. And actually, thanks to everybody on the panel. I want to thank Jonathan for when he was here. I want to thank Jerry for when he was here. Angry Care Bears, I want to thank you for coming in. And
Thanks
Commodore,
for having me on.
Yeah.
And Commodore, I believe this is your first time on the channel, Commodore.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You were an awesome guest, man.
It was nice meeting you too.
Yeah.
Really interesting talks.
Yeah, like if anyone's interested, you can check out all my other various stuff. I give my own opinions on this stuff. Just check out my channel, Commodore Ty. Easy to find on YouTube. I'm one of the first ones that pop up when you type it in the chat search bar.
Absolutely. And actually, before we wrap up, I'm going to let everybody go around the panel one more time. Tell everybody a little bit about themselves. We'll start with Angry Care Bears. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at Angry Care Bears on YouTube. Probably if you gotta scroll down a little bit. I got a weird name. But you can find me there, watch my videos and stuff,
Cool stuff. Commodore Ty. Where can we find you?
So like I say, I do many pop culture reviews. My main focus is, of course, Star Trek, so you get to see me lose my mind when I talk about Discovery a lot. And I'm currently going to be doing the Bad Batch, one of the few things that Lucasfilm is actually doing properly. And on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, I do a watch party of Sons of Anarchy, one of the greatest series produced in the last 20 years. I said one of them, not the best, but one of the greatest. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I've done a new sci-fi show, one of the better ones, Resident Alien. There's Superman and Lois. And of course, I do put myself through the torture of Batwoman.
Oh,
Damn.
jeez. No, that
Shit.
show's so bad, it's funny.
No, it's not even. It's not even. It's bad. It's funny. It's bad because it's bad.
Well, I mean, I watch people watch it, and then they make fun of it. So I spare myself the cringe by watching someone make fun of it.
All of them, I'm still working on season 1.
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
there's like 22 episodes.
20 episodes in season 1, yeah.
Ugh,
I'm about halfway there.
Yeah, and then you got season 2 though, from what I've seen. It's better, but it's still not good,
No, it's not better. It's worse.
According to the viewership, season 1 is better. Because
How?
season 1, the lowest they ever got was about 600,000 people watching. Was a
I
point
thought
in the
the
rating.
new chick is easier to stomach when watching. Like I
A
found
lot more
her.
people want to see Kate Kane back.
What?
And
That
but
is a
considering
plot twist.
okay, for the majority of the people watching season 1, it averaged about 700,000 people viewers. With the second season, it's closer to 400,000 to 500,000. So they've dropped.
Jeez. I
Like
thought they would have dropped because people were just like, "Oh, I can't do
no,
this
they have
anymore."
not gone above, except for the season premiere of season 2. They have not gone above 500,000.
Jeez.
Damn.
I've only
And there's
like
been
seen the
shows
reviews of
for-
like the first 3 episodes, so I don't know anything
no,
after that.
there's been shows canceled for more that had more viewership.
Oof. That's harsh.
Yeah. And also you guys can find me on my channel. I'm like last time I checked, I think I'm like 2 subscribers away from 160. I'm on the road to 200. So if you guys want to just come and subscribe, you know, hey, I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. I'm working on a DCE rewrite.
Oh, nice.
I'm working like I have my Splash Talk game streams. I've actually been playing Spider-Man, which I might play tomorrow if I do not if I'm not sick. And yeah, and you can find me on other channels like the Real View 3000, JJ, aka Sithboard 3827, Geeks Enjoy Nerd Ratika. And actually, this coming Sunday, you can find me on JJ, aka Sithboard 3827 channel for the Bad Batch Roundtable. And actually, my 1 year anniversary stream is actually going to be taking place on the 12th. And on the 12th, I'm actually doing a special watch party to celebrate my 1 year anniversary by watching the Spider-Man 3 editor's cut.
Ooh.
Editor's cut, interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a lot better than what we got in theaters.
Oh, trust me, it's not.
No,
Yes, it is.
that's the
Some elements it
Shut up,
is.
Austin.
Some elements it is. Some elements it's not. But
Austin, you think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a good movie, so I don't want to hear it.
now hold on a minute. I never said Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a good movie. I just think it's better than Spider-Man 3.
Well, you're incorrect.
Well, they both sucked.
To a degree, they did. I will admit that. But I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just easier to stomach than Spider-Man 3.
No.
Like, if you, like, I actually did a tier list episode, which I'm doing I do a new show called Tier List Thursday, but this is before we wrap it up. Like, I did, like, a Spider-Man tier list, and there was, like, 4 tiers. I think it was, like, awesome tier, and then there was a good, and then mediocre, and then just bad. Like, I think I put Spider-Man 2 and Into the Spider-Verse at best.
As you should.
Yeah.
I put the first Spider-Man and the first Amazing Spider-Man at good. And then at average, I put Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming.
What's wrong with Homecoming?
How about Far From Home?
Yeah, where's Far From Home?
I put Far From Home at below average.
Bro.
And then I put Spider-Man 3 and Venom on the worst tier.
Oh, Venom's actually was quite interesting.
I don't know, like the movie was just very messy, and
I enjoyed Venom. I think the problem is they got the wrong person to play the villain, because I got the idea that they were going for this Gul Dukat type character, like he was the hero in his own story type feel, like he was getting the benefit but going on the wrong way to do it, and that's a great building block to make memorable villains. But I think the actor they got didn't convey it the way that they could have.
No, he did it.
Has been the best Venom so far.
Oh, he is 100%. Like, I think he's like definitely the best Venom.
Yeah, so I would have put Venom, if I was going to rank it, I would at least put it in average to good.
All right, that's fair.
I still haven't seen Venom.
I might do a watch party before Venom 2 comes out.
Ooh, I forgot about Venom 2.
Venom 2 is going to be fire, I hope.
I think so.
I heard rumors Spider-Man's going to be in it.
There is rumors because Tony still owns Spider-Man. They just
Yeah.
work with Marvel.
I'm pretty sure like that whole fiasco was because Disney. Like, wasn't it just because Disney didn't want to pay Sony or whatever? Like, what
It was
did
a
that?
whole bunch of backroom shenanigans.
Everybody like dog hopped like on Sony, and I'm like, you know Disney's known for doing horrible
Well,
things,
Disney
right?
wasn't really in the discussion. It was between Marvel and
Oh,
Sony. Disney, just because Marvel is owned by Disney doesn't mean Disney was really negotiating. They're letting Marvel negotiate for themselves.
I
Like
just feel like
you said
everybody
earlier,
jumped
Disney's
too
more of
fast.
Disney is more of the distributor, the hub where they can get their money and put out their material.
Absolutely.
The actual studios are Marvel, Lucasfilm. They are self-contained individual identities.
Indeed. But with that being said, though, guys, you can actually find Angry Care Bears, Jonathan Talks, Jerry for the Wins channel links in the description. And also, after the stream is done, I am actually going to put Commodore Ties link in the description. And, just go check them out, do what you got to do. And yeah, that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching. This is the
Thanks for having
Austinator.
us.
Take
No
care.
problem.
Later.
Take care, everybody.
Anti-life is found, Assad, and we will stop it.